Welcome to Elder Scrolls Online. So I need to go and talk to this one person down there. That's my quest. First, what the heck is here? Also, before I do any of that, between the episodes I crafted myself a restoration staff. So I finally went and, you know, killed a couple of creatures outside of town to get this restoration staff to level 2, so I can grab this, and I did the same with a shield. So now I can grab this and I can level these skills without actually needing to equip those weapons. It's fantastic. Gladiator trading goods. Okay, so PvP vendor, eh? Okay, alright, so PvP vendors are here, that's fine. Now I know where they are if I ever decide to do any of that. Oh, Cyrodiil, as in the PvP area. At least I seem to remember the name was Cyrodiil. Could be entered at level 10, I think? But I may have to do some of that just out of funsies, because I can't remember what, for the life of me, what that was all about. And like, it was castle sieges and all sorts of other things. I have no idea how busy it is now and such. So, oh well, we will see. We shall see indeed. Alright, so here I am. Ooh, somebody else has a burr. Okay, now I've seen that burr, I want that burr. Relieves burdens, okay.
You bring me business?
Yeah, kill store. Okay, what else is down here? A cooking fire is down here. Am I allowed to just take stuff? Apparently not.
You think this lot is bad? Try working with merchants. They're more cutthroat than the shadiest figure here.
Serial killer achievement. Okay, interesting. So, is this like assassin guild stuff? There's a fence down there. What? Fence is like thieves guild stuff, right? Yeah, buy stolen goods.
I run a cleaning service of sorts. Most merchants don't like buying dirty goods.
What the hell is launder? Oh, launder makes the stolen goods be non-stolen. Okay, that explains. Alright. So this is how I do the stealing thing now. Okay, let's talk. You're an orc, huh?
I don't know you, and I don't want to know you.
Of course you are an orc. You should have figured that from the name.
Yeah, so what? I might, for the right price, but my loyalty is expensive. Huh. So you do know how this works. I searched your place the night she left town, but the only thing worth taking was some old papers. You paid well enough, so I'll let you look through them. Check my bag.
Alright, so next person. This is for some kind of a housing quest, as far as I can figure it out. There is a player housing now in the game. I do not believe the player housing still includes actual storage. I think the developers like hinted or spoke about storage being implemented for the player housing, but I don't think it is in. Oh well, I'll figure that out eventually. Where places is this thing even? Okay, it's way over there. In which case, let's just start with this one. Investigate Balmora. Balmora is one of those planets the Empire and the rebels are fighting over. What? Don't you know your Star Wars lore? Of course, this is Elder Scrolls Online, but hey! You can go and visit Balmora in Star Wars The Old Republic if you so desire. It's actually a fairly fun place. Okay, now I have to... well... I have grass enabled, and for anybody who really cares, turn off grass, because it's easier to see all sorts of, you know, collectible items if you do not have grass enabled. Put that on. Take less damage from this thing. Ow! Oh right, should have dodged that, huh? Cliff Strider, right? Wait, they didn't... what is this crap? They still didn't fix where if you'd have 0 something, that it would go like leave this freaking quick slot. Oh my effing balls. That is mighty annoying. Still have to manually remove them from there. Ugh. Anyways. So explore Balmora and stuff. There's probably a public dungeon somewhere around. I think those are still called public dungeons. I think so. You may even find a quest. This is the tomb I was in a bit previously. May find a quest to go to a public dungeon. Ooh, a niche. Oh right, of course, we are in Morrowind. Place is full of niches, huh? Can I find a Silt Strider somewhere I can fly on? Oh please, there has to be a Silt Strider somewhere I can fly on. Jeez. Please. Have a Silt Strider for me. What is that? That icon. Some kind of a mine? Sounds fun. I suppose I'll go visit this Balmora place first. Oh, there we go. There it is. So follow this road to get there. I almost thought it aggroed me and came after me. That is a strange name for a... oh well. I'm okay with strange names. Entirely okay with strange names. I use them myself in various places. And again, I also happen to be speaking a language which has a whole lot of vocals in it, or rather vowels, not vocals. What the? Nick's hound, huh? Okay, so how does this thing work? Okay, how does that ability actually work? Enemies in front of you, alright. Right. Okay. That is how it works. So I do have to be a little mindful on how that works. Okay, so there's that mine. I'll worry about the mine in a bit. Who are you? What do you want?
Outlander. So I was right. You're a sword for hire. Excellent. My name is Marlo Reethan of House Hlalu, and I have a proposition for you. I need someone to investigate what's going on in the Vasia Didanat ebony mine. Piqued your interest, have I? Capital. My brother Benar and I share ownership of the mine, but I suspect he's hiding something from me. The little weasel's even locked down the entrance. Only his personal guards are allowed inside. There are only 2 keys to the mine. Benar keeps one in our manor house. The other is carried by the mine's foreman, Nox. I want you to procure a key, either one, and then search the mine for any sign of mischief. Report back with your findings. Foreman Knox is somewhere in Balmora. Should be simple enough to pluck the key from his pockets. Or, if you prefer burglary, you could take my brother's key from the desk in his study. Our manor is just up the hill to the west of town. My dear brother prefers to keep our roles in the business separate. He runs the mine while I handle the finances. He doesn't interfere with my work, nor I his. That's the agreement.
Wait, seriously, but you are now interfering with his work, huh?
Oh, I have, but Benner tells me nothing. It's just secure more buyers and hire more workers. He gets dreadfully annoyed when I press him about my concerns. Like, why do we need so many miners? Even the townsfolk are starting to talk about that. You haven't heard the rumors? The cursed mine of Vasia Didenot, they call it. They go in, but they don't come out. Just inane ghost stories, truth be told. But if the rumors persist, it could soil our reputation. Well, the mine has underperformed for years. I'd actually considered selling it. Until recently, that is. Ebony has been pouring out of the mine these past few months. And normally, I'd be overjoyed, but that's also when Benner became distant. Anything out of the ordinary. I don't suppose you'd know the difference between pure ebony and... Never mind. Just give the mine a good look and keep an eye out for mischief. If you find anything odd, bring it back with you. I have many important clients that depend on the success of this mine. They'll hold me personally responsible if anything isn't correct. I'd like to avoid that kind of unpleasantness.
What kind of resistance? I am not interested in what kind of resistance I am supposed to expect. So basically I have to steal a key. That sounds kind of fun, huh? Let's find this way shrine. Some kind of a magister. Alright, so I have this way shrine now. I am really interested in this dungeon thing though. And the mine and whatever else. Let's explore. Investigate Balmora. What exactly does that mean? Gather information, huh?
I can't believe... You look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named Vea? She went missing a couple of weeks ago and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her whereabouts. That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house counselor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded. You should speak to Counselor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelancers, as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the counselor. The longer Vea remains missing, the more distressed Counselor Eris becomes. Counselor Eris can be found at the Redarin kin house, and do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young Vea. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the house guard has failed, so be it. I have no issue with Counselor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redarin doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a house counselor? Fair. How can anyone not know about House Redarin? Is this some... Well, in that case, Redarin is the grandest of the great Dunmer houses. We champion the virtues of duty and piety, and we have a proud military tradition. Our house comes first in all things. I don't understand why Eris seeks outside help. Counselor Eris Relith oversees Redarin operations in Balmora and the surrounding countryside. He's very influential, very powerful. Usually, the Counselor doesn't allow his passions to get the better of him. But Vea is his daughter, after all. If I knew what happened to the Counselor's daughter, I wouldn't be talking to you now, would I? As far as we can tell, she left of her own accord. There wasn't any foul play involved that we're aware of. Beyond that, you'd have to ask the counselor.
Okay, well... we need to talk to him, and there is some more quests I can pick up here. That is interesting. So this is just another big town, huh? There's a temple, there's Fighters Guild, a caravan, a bunch of guild traders. Okay, so who do I talk to about this whole information thing, huh? Read proclamation? What the...
Well?
Well? I'm not seeing any proclamation anywhere. It sounds like a poll. Oh, there we go. Okay, interesting. Shalcore mine is closed and all operations toward reopening, blah blah blah. Every effort shall be made. Okay, interesting. Every effort will be made. Okay. Talk to the barmaid? Is barmaid one of the... probably. I mean, of course, barmaids know a lot of things. Oh, bookshelf. Pause the video as well if you want to fully read this. Spirit fled from them among the hills and forests and... Okay, why are some sentences in this completely capitalized? Okay, interesting. Strange, but interesting.
I love seeing new faces. For a while, it was just the same old miners and the occasional traveling merchant. Thought Caroline might have to shut this place down. Look at me talking your ears off. What can I get you? At first, I assumed it was the usual house squabbles. Redoran and Hlalu arguments can get pretty heated. Then I thought maybe the Ashlanders were scaring people off. But after that proclamation... No, I'd rather not talk about that with a stranger. I like the color of your gold, Outlander. Just between us, I heard the House Guard shut down the Shulk ore mine. Something to do with violent cultists who attacked the miners and took over the place. Even got the crew chief, or so I heard.
Most interesting. Okay, anything interesting up here? That is a lot of bookshelves.
Hi there. You could buy a fella a drink.
No thanks. Pause if you want to read all this stuff again. Wait, is this the same as the Song of Pelennor Volume 5 in Skyrim, actually? It looks very similar. I think I've read this one already. As usual, use the bookshelves, maybe get a skill point here and there. Night Mother! I need to join up Dark Brotherhood. It's probably a DLC which requires doing its things. May have to look up how I actually join those. Maybe it's even written in the game's help, like in-game help thing. Okay, interesting. Wait. Can I jump over? Yes, I can. Awesome. Okay, so kitchen and things and so forth. Find the crew chief, huh? Okay, so what else am I supposed to?
Mills, please, if
Who are
you just
you?
listen.
Take care of yourself.
I'm in need of a strong set of legs, traveler, and you look like one capable of protecting yourself. Will you aid an old mer in one last task? I have an obligation to my family. No, a duty of utmost importance. But I have grown too feeble to fulfill it. If you would take this memory stone to the few places of significance in my life, I will pay you well. It allows one to archive memories for future generations. I hope to do this for my children, who have grown estranged. Invoke my stone at the locations I've marked on your map, and the memories I wish to archive will manifest. I thank you for your aid. Fewer than ever are willing to aid their elders in these troubled times. Now I suppose the distance with my children is my fault, not theirs.
Is this like a real, you know, pick a bone with the how the Western world works these days?
It is a rare gem. Once, long ago, Red Guard warriors carried them into battle. One of the most famous was a sword singer in the First Age, Makeleleki. No historians will cherish my thoughts, certainly, but perhaps my children will come to, in time. I purchased it from my master, Drennan, a Telvanni mage of middling repute. I have served him for how long? Many, many years. For as long as I can remember. I will serve him until I die, no doubt. But that will not be long now. Ah, yes. Mills. My son has never really forgiven me for never being here for them. He's a stranger in my own home. No. If anything, it's the other way around. Even Naria has grown accustomed to my absence. Naria less than Mills. But both my children grew up largely on their own. My duties to Master Drennan consumed a great deal of my time. Mills especially grew up with Naria and no one else. He despises me, and I don't blame him. You'll know soon enough, as will they, I hope. I failed them as a father, but they are safe, aren't they? I kept them safe. I cannot travel with you, but I have attuned this stone to my soul. When you use it at the locations I've marked, it will summon echoes of things that once occurred there. The stone absorbs these echoes, allowing others to view them.
Okay, that quest is so very much a, you know, picking on how the Western society works these days, basically. People are so very busy with work and devoting their time almost entirely to work that they forget they have families and lives and so on. Yeah, kind of appreciate that kind of stuff. Very thought out. Okay, so need to go in there and have other things to do and talk in here as well there still. Is this the where I steal the things? Wait, how am I hidden? Where are you?
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander? My daughter has been gone too long, and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again?
Firstly, don't put walls in the corners. That doesn't really make any sense. Like, you form a corner by having 2 walls touching each other, you know, to form a corner.
An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vea can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand? Anyway, I agree with your assessment. That's why I'm willing to bring in outside help on this. Vea fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous. Vea knows how to evade the house guard, but as you said, she doesn't know you. Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up. He's probably patrolling the town square at this time of day. Briven's soldiers have been trying to get information out of Vea's friends. But those young men and women are almost as good at avoiding the house guard as my daughter. That is a private matter. If your investigation proves fruitful, and such matters become relevant, we can discuss the particulars then, but not before. Like my daughter, my wife has a mind of her own. What the two of you discuss is your own affair. Just understand that I haven't employed you to solve my family's problems. I only need you to find my daughter. Vea has always been fascinated by the Morag Tong. Even admired one of their agents when she was growing up. It's possible she sought refuge with this agent, or even decided to join the organization. Though I hope I'm wrong about that. The Morag Tong? They're an ancient guild of assassins sanctioned by the Tribunal to carry out honorable writs of execution. Ostensibly, they're supposed to keep the houses from resorting to all-out war. But I still find the practice barbaric.
This has to be the same agent we already met in the very tutorial area, right?
Someone of no consequence, and not at all important to accomplishing your mission. Besides, you don't find Morag Tong agents, they find you. Just pray it's not because your name wound up on one of their writs. That is a death sentence.
Okay, you have a bookshelf. Okay, interesting. Trail of Frozen Gar. Most beautiful niche. Shall not die alone. No, wait, I shall die alone. Okay. Interesting. You have more bookshelves. I'm surprised it doesn't shoo me off for reading all his private stuff. Purpose of for the sanctioned murder, eh? Needs a purpose. Okay. Dark. Okay. Remains shrouded in legend and conjecture. Well, of course. Me follow. Interesting. Oh, that is the Jesus of Tamriel. We have read that. This one... not... no. Not read this, I don't think. Curious. Most curious. That was interesting, to say the least. Okay.
How can I help you?
I'm just leaving. Don't mind me. Just leaving. I don't think I'm going to call it an episode right here. I will continue this whole talk to everybody business in the next time, and then we will see about all the dungeons and whatnot as well. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you folks another time with more Elder Scrolls